How do you guys feel today?
Itchy.
Really?
I'm gonna come out and say it. Itchy. I got poison ivy.
Did you?
I did. I
You were
did.
outside?
What
Well,
was it
yeah, like on
like?
the outside of my body. Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. You were like outdoors?
yeah. I was weed eating
Oh, okay.
in shorts.
Still,
Oh,
you can't.
sorry.
Even though it's your lawn, you should still not be outside.
Just look at it like Russell Crowe out the window.
In a beautiful mind.
Wearing a
Uh,
navy hat.
My 3-point Captain Crunch hat.
Oh, that's great. Oh, wow. And so what your legs got poison ivy?
Just I got my legs got sandblasted with poison ivy.
Oh, blasted
So
on. Okay.
yeah, it was like a Jackson Pollock of poison ivy on my legs. It is.
Damn, dude.
I didn't rub up against any of it. It was just scattershot against the old shins, and uh it's been bad, but not as bad as the time that this happened. This exact same thing happened, different house, a couple years ago, and I didn't realize it. And I went into the bathroom, and I guess I had it on my hands.
And then you got it on your weenus?
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
Poison
dude,
ivy on weenus skin?
Yeah,
I forgot how poison ivy worked. So yeah, it spreads wherever you touch it. That's wild.
wherever the oil goes.
So how do you stop it? Do you just
You deal with it. You just like
You
it
deal
doesn't.
with it.
Yeah, like once the oil is on you, like it,
uh
and then like if you take a shower or something, then it's all off. But it's still, if you don't get it fast enough, it's going to make you itchy.
Oh, okay. So you can, after the first initial itch and things like that, you can take a shower and be fine.
No, no, no. Like one, if it does get to the point where it's itchy on you, it's going to be itchy on you for a few days.
Ooh, a few
Oh, and there's really nothing you can do.
Like calamine and Benadryl.
Dang.
Are you the
Okay.
type of guy that randomly like rubs your dick on household objects?
Yeah, but I mean it's completely unrelated to this. Like,
Okay.
So you got some
Alright,
on
so
your
watch out.
weenus. Oh,
no,
man.
that was years ago. I did years ago, and that was
Oh, okay. Today's
that
just
was
your legs.
terrifying. Like
Gotcha.
there was no reason for me to have any sort of thing going on down there. So when poison
But
ivy
you
showed up,
definitely
and
thought you had an STD.
100%, and
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, who, how, who, when?
Dude, yeah, that shit could show up years later. But all right. Well, we know what
But
it
how?
is, and you're okay.
Yeah.
You're
And
okay.
now I maybe some pants and real shoes for weed eating for the rest of the summer. I think is
For the next few days, use one of those hand grabber arms when you go to the bathroom.
I do anyways, but that's again completely unrelated.
All right. Were you? All right. Well, first of all, I don't want to sound too. Cut this out if you want, but did you have a reaction to the vaccine?
I felt like shit on a dick for a good 18 to 24 hours.
Wow. Okay.
Some of us could only be so lucky.
What happened to you?
Who, me?
Mark, what happened?
Oh, I know. I was saying shit on a dick is the lucky thing.
Okay.
No, I
All
was
right.
fine.
All right. I got my second jab today.
I'll get mine tomorrow.
So do I look smarter today already? You know,
Hmm?
I'm not gonna do the thing from the first shot. I feel
Sure.
less special because apparently half the people in the nation have already gotten at least one shot at this point. So I
Are
don't
they
really
saying
feel-
half?
I think a third. I think a third have gotten both now.
Wow.
So that's a lot.
I
But
just
you were
was blacked out
you
from
were
fractions.
you were not well for like a day.
Yeah, but I think we painted if everybody, we painted down here, and that was right after the weekend that we had been painting. And I think part of the long headache, I think it was partly from the vaccine, the headache I had,
Oh.
but also I think paint fumes.
Oh, paint fumes. Okay.
Yeah. And I found this old can of ether out in the little shed, and I had been huffing that too. And that shit is strong. I think it's like wine. It only gets stronger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering that, like, some people feel feverish and weird after that, and then some people don't feel anything. Like, wondering how that
Nice.
happens. Like, I thought, like, your body reacting to it. I'm not a science man.
You're the closest thing we have.
Right. Yeah.
I thought your body reacting to it would be like a good sign, right? That means it's working,
That's what I've heard.
That's what I thought in my head. Like, the way it was described to me was like, the first shot, this foreign thing comes into your body, and your body's immune system, like, just sort of puts down the newspaper and looks over at the monitor and says, someone want to go check out the left shoulder? Thank you. And so they send the blood vessels over. They identify this new weird thing, and like they study it for a while. They look at it, and they say, "Okay, let's just remember this if it comes up again." And then when the second shot comes, the security guard in your body says, "Hey, that weird thing's back!" And then all hands on deck. Can we get this for real this time? And then I think when your body reacts fully, I think that's why people maybe feel something on the second shot, because it's a stronger reaction. Maybe.
Well, see, now I've heard.
I could be making this up, but
I mean your idea makes sense. That
Okay.
all seems logical. I was also thinking that they, like, by the time the second one came around, or you got the second one, your body had put up wanted posters, and like they knew who they were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but I'm worried because I don't feel anything. Like, am I not working? Like,
you're gonna speak too
like,
soon. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up like a fucking
maybe.
bag of dick.
I feel like my body's white blood cells are like 80s security guards in movies. Like, they're walking down a hall at night, jingling the keys, and then a shadow passes by a hallway, and they turn their head and they go, and they keep walking.
He turns up his foam speakers on his Walkman a little higher.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening in my body, because I haven't felt anything so far in the first one or the second one. So I hope I'm working. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you work so good that it doesn't even notice.
Very efficient. Yeah.
Oh,
great. Now he's going to turn this into a compliment for himself.
Okay.
Thanks,
yeah.
Mark.
So the boys take care of it, and they're like, you know what? You don't even have to tell the boss.
Yeah.
The white blood cell boys. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the brain doesn't even notice.
Okay.
Don't bother the big man about this. We'll take care of it. Keep this hush hush.
Who knows? It could be either one. Okay.
Well, fantastic. Glad.
If the brain is the boss, what's the heart?
I think he's like the
assistant manager,
the engine man, right?
Okay.
I thought it was the
lead worker.
I thought it was like the emotional spouse of the brain.
Oh, maybe.
It was like the brain's pragmatic. They're in a relationship.
Okay.
The brain's the logical one, and then the heart is the emotional one.
Yeah.
So the heart starts crying, and the brain goes, "Jesus with this."
God damn it! All right, fine. We'll go for a walk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's okay. God.
This is
you and your heart tears.
No, your ventricles don't look fat in that. Calm down. You're being ridiculous.
Could you imagine an anatomy sitcom where
Just like
There's
watching a
some-
movie and starting to tear up, and your brain goes, "Jesus Christ, really? This shit?" And your heart's weeping a little bit. Oh my god! Should
Right.
go.
Well, hi guys.
Hello?
Oh hey,
Hello. We are. You won't believe it. Guess what I did?
What's this?
what?
I took out some more ad space and some publications.
Oh,
So
dude,
we
we're
may
running
have
out of
some-
money.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. It was when they find out that these checks are going to bounce, there's going to be a lot of publishers pissed off with me. So
Okay.
don't worry. We'll just
Okay.
ride high now.
Okay, great. Which magazine did you put an ad in?
This was GQ.
Oh, well, of course.
So-
And I'm also really
Good.
glad that you're putting our ad money in magazines, like paper magazines.
Yes,
That's where the future is, I think.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. So for those, we may have some new listeners, but for those people, we are Mark, Steven, and Jeff from Hummies VR Comedy.
Alright.
This is our podcast where we do a word, say a science, and then listen to a thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing some science, body science.
getting pretty concise with this, getting it down.
are.
Finally,
It's
86
getting
in.
86
toy.
episodes.
Getting toy.
Jeff, do you have anything before we talk about other science?
I have a word. I always
Oh.
have a word.
Okay, then. All right. Have it. Have it to me.
This is a word. Might be it's a little inside joke between the three of us coming up for a soon to happen video. That's a hint for you two.
Ooh.
I do not know this.
Pill garlic.
Pill garlic?
Pill garlic.
Like the word pill and the word garlic?
PIL, not PILL.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Big difference.
That sounds like something you can swallow, something that's easy to take, easy to digest. But garlic, it wards off vampires, right? So that
Mhm.
means something to put your mind at ease from bad things.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Fantastic.
Yep. Yep.
Mark?
I'm going to say pill garlic. It is a God. My brain is shattering right now. My brain is going, Jesus Christ with this. I can't remember anything. And the heart saying, see, I told you can't think. He's like, why I can't think when you're saying stuff?
The heart just say the first thing that comes to your mind. I know.
Say
I'm
whatever you
supposed
want.
to use you, but I'm the boss. Pill garlic is like a fucking it's like a the inside it's like a hollow inside of a vessel.
Hollow inside of a vessel
Mm-hmm.
from Mark, and an easy thing to swallow that wards off vampires from Steven. Both wonderful, very colorful guesses. Wildly incorrect, both of them. Almost irresponsibly incorrect.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
pill garlic. A bald head. Or a bald-headed man.
No way. Okay.
Who would ever use that word?
Well, it does here in Merriam-Webster. It does say it has the first line under definition of pill garlic is old-fashioned. So I think this is an old-timey word that we don't see around very often anymore.
So okay,
Oh.
old timey. So back in the day, it'd be like, it's the pill garlic fellow.
Yes,
I
Because
see,
they didn't have
okay.
the word bald. We shortened it.
that's correct.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. It's bald.
The Latin word for, just a little back story here, the Latin word for hair, pillis, has given us a number of words. Depilation, the removal of hair by chemical or mechanical means. So there's all kinds of. I trust Merriam-Webster. I don't think
So
they're.
what garlic means no? None?
Pilgarlic comes from the supposed resemblance between a bald head and peeled garlic.
Oh, yeah. When you peel garlic,
Okay.
it looks like a bald head.
Peeled garlic, a British dialect. In British dialect, the verb pill comes in part from the Old English pillion, to peel.
You could also just say ass head
Yeah, wow.
instead of making the whole garlic thing. Or an apple. An apple doesn't have hair.
You're right. We do
An
have
orange head.
We've got a video we're planning to do that involves a pill of garlic. Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
So I saw that one and grabbed my attention.
Okay. All right. In fact, that comes up a lot in our videos if you haven't noticed.
I know people are going to start thinking that we are like we don't like people
Pill
who
of
are
garlic.
bald, but it's
Yeah.
just
Wow.
So as long I have thought about that, honestly. Like, I don't want people to think that, like,
no, of course not.
They're
I
against
think-
the bald.
for me, it comes from a place of fear.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. Okay.
you fear. Okay. What do you mean?
Like one day you will be?
Right?
Yeah.
I hope not. Or, well, God, see, you can't even say that. Like,
It's
fine. See, here's the thing. I feel like everybody else in the world, other than me, probably looks fine when they go bald. I know I'm going to look like a fucking thumb with a nose. It's going to be awful.
Okay.
And
No,
and you can't control it. I think the biggest thing is you can't. There's unless
You could get a progressive balding kit in that way.
I would be the guy who would never go bald, but like he just fears himself into getting the progressive balding kit.
Get a reverse toupee. Get a Hulk Hogan style. Live
Oof.
with that for years, and then ease into it.
I would do that.
Oh, good word. That's wow.
I
Interesting.
think
Never heard of
that's
it in my life.
I think that's fine. You know, you should try it out. I mean, what did Larry David say about it? I mean, when Leon, he's like, I'm bald. He's like, you're yeah, but you're cool. He goes, you're black, so it's cool. And he goes, when I'm white, it just looks not good.
Yeah, that's there's that one episode where those Halloween kids prank his door because they didn't give out the trick or treat,
Yeah.
and he's explaining to the police officer, I think this was an attack against the bald. And the police officer says, sir, I'm bald. I'm not offended. He goes, no, you choose to be bald. No offense. Okay.
No, and I know how my skull is. It's there's bumps and lumps all over it.
Right.
It's a nightmare for the lady to cut my hair. I mean, some of it's only 2 inches long. Other places it's 8 inches long, just to make everything look even.
Okay. Well, let me check my notes here. It looks like I was going to talk about some things that are going around. I've seen this article come up again and again about the UFO thing that happened recently. It feels like this is a very common subject that happens often. But have you seen the video of the declassified UFO that the Navy shot back in 2019?
No.
You seen this thing?
No.
Oh, well, it's, you're not missing anything.
It sounds like I am.
No, look, I mean, it's all over the news, but it's a declassified video. It's a night vision circle. You see a shape, but that's it. And that's all it is. There was a news talker. I was looking at the videos. There's a news talker talking to the anchor talkers, and the anchor talkers were saying that, oh, wow, what could it be? A shape? It just declassified, meaning the Navy said, you know what? Fuck it. You guys look. I don't care. Like, the news talker said that he talked to a Pentagon talker, and the Pentagon talker, he asked him,
a pentagonist?
yeah. He asked him, do you have any other footage that you're not releasing? And the guy goes, yeah, of course we do. It's like,
Jesus Christ.
This is our one video. We cleared out the vault with this one.
Yeah, they're like, you guys can have this one. This is nothing, is what he said. He said, we've got some video where some pilots are recording something 50 feet away from the cockpit. So he says, but we're not showing that.
What? 50 feet away?
Because I guess they're still studying it. But this is just what some guy said, you know?
Oh, yeah, the game of telephone.
That's why, like when I was younger, I used to get excited about UFO videos, but I don't anymore because they're so inconclusive and they're just, you know, they're just shapes. They could be kites or drones or experimental things. Someone's flying, you know what I mean?
I think that's on purpose. I think it's on purpose. It's desensitizing us to the
we
actual.
Did mention this. Yes.
Voila.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's true.
Yeah. Oh, what's that in the sky? It's a little thing. It's just a tiny thing. It's like, oh, yeah, I've seen that before. So like they bring it up 10, 15 times, and you're like, yeah, I know. I see the UFO. Like now we're bored of it, and they're gonna slip in. So we saw something driving that thing, and it was not a person. But it's so tiny. But it's so tiny you can't see it. And they're like, all right, okay, you get a silhouette maybe, and then they show you that 15 times, and then you're like, I know, no one knows what it is.
But this has been going on for years and years. Pilots have had videos from their TAC video and on them locking onto an object, and you see it in infrared. And they're like, oh, what is that? I don't know. Oh, that's crazy. You should know, but by this point, because of our VTOL videos, I myself am a trained pilot, and I can also say, it's just an anomaly,
So is the problem that everybody just immediately says UFO equals aliens?
Yeah,
right.
That's what it is. It's just something we don't know what it is. Could be a drone that we don't know of. Yeah,
I feel like the problem is that UFO has been used incorrectly and accepted incorrectly for years and years, and now that there are non-alien UFOs, nobody can remember that it.
Yeah, there was this incident, and I think people, just because they're hyped up, there was an incident back 2 months after the U.S. got started in World War II. So this is like 2 months after Pearl Harbor. People were really nervous, and there's this incident called the Battle of Los Angeles. It's an incident where
like Kurt Russell.
Oh no, not that one. This one actually happened. I think it was 2 months after Pearl Harbor, something like that. The city of Los Angeles on edge. They attributed it to war nerves. But at night there was something spotted in the sky, and someone on the coast started shooting at it, and then all of the defenses on the ground started shooting at it. They were blasting at this thing. It turned out it was like just a weather balloon, but it scared the hell out of all of LA for that night. It started at like 1 a.m. and it went on for a long time. There were a couple people that died that night just from getting in car wrecks, and I think a couple of heart attacks just from because they thought the war was here,
Oh, was their pussy heart crying too much?
Oh, God. Right. There was shrapnel that was landing on people.
The brain was saying, quiet down there, I'm trying to think.
Yeah. And it just went into chaos that night because someone thought they saw something that might be attacking us. And
wasn't that like a test?
I don't think so. I think it was just an accident or something like that. But there was they opened the fire on this thing. And
well, when you say like they're mounted guns are all around LA, or were there, or
whatever, I don't exactly know.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever the shore defenses they had at the time, I don't know. But after the war, the Japanese came out and they were like, "No, we never had any planes anywhere near LA that whole time." They never.
Well, and if there's anybody you can trust to tell you the truth,
yeah,
is the people that just attacked you. They're
Well, yeah,
always
after
the most
war,
honest.
Yeah.
It's literally your most recent enemies.
Right.
Yeah, I think they interviewed the general defending LA at the time. And I think he was quoted by saying, "So anyway, I just start blasting."
General Frank Reynolds of the
Let's see, Danny
169th out of LA.
Oh, god damn! I got one more thing.
Lay it
That's
on
it.
us.
That's it. I got a thing. Last episode, I mentioned that I would call the insurance company I was mad at. Right?
Oh yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I said I would record the conversation, didn't I?
He's
Oh,
got receipts,
God.
people.
Oh no. Is he gonna do it?
Yeah, if you want to listen to it. Now, we could cut this out completely from the podcast because what happened was I was like this. I was here, I had my phone here, and then I had the speakerphone here, and I was inconsistent with my distance and with the phone. So the audio is really a bit weird.
You've heard our podcast before, right?
I'll play it for you if you want. But
I say at minimum, it'll give our live viewers something
okay.
that it won't give other people.
I'm going to leave that in.
Yeah, here it is. Now, again, this is, if you haven't listened to the last podcast, this is me being angry at the insurance company because I found a doctor through their website that they said they would cover. I booked an appointment 2 months later. I get there, I go to pay, and the doctor said, "Oh, we dropped that insurance." So this is me trying to figure out whose fault it is. Here it is.
First, enter the numeric portion of your member ID. Thank you. Now, one moment while I look for that number. Sorry, let's try that again.
Oh, of course.
Enter the numeric portion of your member ID. Your entry was still invalid. Please try one more time. Please enter the member ID number. Your entry was invalid. Please try again.
It's like I'm a
Please enter
fucking
the member
ghost.
ID number. This call may be monitored for quality assurance.
Oh,
Please hold
oh.
while your call is transferred.
Me too. Me too.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you?
Oh, hello. I was calling. I have this problem I ran into today. I got done with my doctor's office and went to pay, and then they said that that they recently dropped this insurance carrier. But I found that office through the insurance page. So I've got this bill now. I thought it would be covered.
Okay, so you went to the doctor and they stated that they no longer accept.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, what is your member ID?
Member ID is, and for some reason the system can never find me when I type in my member ID.
That's definitely an issue we have going on. So it's definitely not just your policy. There's nothing wrong on your end. It's definitely us in the automated system. So I do apologize.
Okay. And I
did, and then they took the appointment, and then told you that they didn't take after the appointment.
yeah. I guess maybe it was a recent change. It was sometime in between I maybe booking the appointment and then now. This was, I mean, I booked it a couple months ago, but they said something like it recently dropped.
Give me just a couple moments, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Oh, 15 minutes on hold. I've heard this track before. Wow. Huh.
They want you to hang up with that music. They play
Right.
the worst shit.
Ah, fuck. I thought someone was going to come back. It was just the music track resetting.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm sorry about the wait.
Ah, it's okay.
So this is what I was advised. they still have to charge the insurance. So you have to make sure that they charge us.
Ugh.
So that way, when they charge us, if for whatever reason it denies, like we really don't take them or they don't take, then we can file an appeal and also a grievance. I would file a grievance indicating that they went ahead and took your appointment and then they don't. So that's kind of wrong, in general, but basically they have to charge us as proof so we can go ahead and file an appeal.
It's like because they told me to talk to you, and then you tell me to talk to them. It's okay. So I should have them bill you, and then let it get denied. Oh boy, let me write down these steps here. Call them, and then you guys will deny it. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll deny it if they don't accept it, we'll deny it. So once we deny it, which it'll be at least a few days, a couple weeks.
Few days, though, couple
Yeah,
weeks.
I found them through your covered services list on the site.
Yeah, that's crazy that they.
That's fine. No, it just feels like I'm an ant on a tablecloth, and like I'm trying to go get a piece of food, and then out of nowhere, these dueling magicians, they show up, and then one of them is about to yank the tablecloth one way, and that's the insurance company, and then the doctor is trying to yank the tablecloth another way, and I'm just sitting here rolling around trying to get a piece of food,
What is this analogy?
Are you there? Just feels like,
All right.
yeah.
Did you have another question regarding it before I let you go?
No, I guess that's all.
Okay. Well, my notes are on file. If you do, just give us a call back.
All right. Well, thanks.
right.
Thanks very much.
So, yeah, like I was nervous. The analogy didn't make sense, but I
thought it was a great analogy.
but I forgot
I
to
honestly
mention
thought
that
it
there's
was-
dishes on the table. Like I feel like she knew I was joking, but at the same time she understood I was frustrated, so that's why she didn't even acknowledge it. She was just like, "Okay, is there anything else?"
I thought it was a perfect analogy. You got two people who are two magicians trying to yank it one way or the other, and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. I loved it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. We'll see. We'll see in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, when they deny it and then appeal it, we'll see what happens.
That would be my
few
thing. Is like,
days.
okay, so I'm going to send it to you, and you're going to deny it. And they're like, yeah, okay. So just
They said
deny it
yes.
now. Say no. Say no now.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go back to them and say, they said no.
Right. So I knew I was like, I am recording this conversation because I know it's going to be bullshit. I know it's going to be a bunch of fuckity. And so, yeah.
And it was.
And you saw that there was still nothing I could do. Nothing I could do about it. So.
And that money's already that you had to pay before you left the office, didn't you?
Yeah, I've already paid. Yeah, it was $300.
So you're out that
Yeah.
You're out that money for a few days to a couple weeks. Who knows? That money is not
Or maybe
yours
forever.
anymore.
I don't know.
Maybe forever.
So,
For yeah. Cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
wild, man.
yeah,
Um,
I'm fine. I'm fine now. I'm okay.
pro super skeptical person tip. I don't believe that they aren't still recording you when the hold music is on. So if you're ever talking shit about while you're on hold, or like I would believe it if they could still hear you. I guess what I'm trying to say. So I always
Can
make sure you use
we-
the mute button on your phone if you're going to talk shit.
That's a great question. We should ask a customer servicist if they do that. Yeah.
Ooh, great
Also-
idea. We should have a customer
Yeah.
service person on the pod.
Well, so here's the thing: we
And we can
know
answer.
an insurance a person who has to deal with this kind of shit on the phone all the time. And that person, the first time that they've ever been called a fucking cunt ever in their life was dealing with a customer.
Wow.
Yeah, a grown ass man called another grown ass man a fucking cunt.
Wow.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never done that to a customer service person, I don't think.
No, I've never been rude. That's the worst I've ever been in my life.
Well, yeah, and-
I'm always nice, you know.
And I wasn't. That wasn't to imply that you were being rude or were being mean to
No,
that person,
no,
which
yeah.
you weren't. You weren't.
I wasn't even accusing that. I was accusing either the doctor's office or the insurance.
Right.
I was saying I'm frustrated at the situation, not you specifically. So,
Right, yeah. I've said that. I've gotten pretty heated, especially with that whole phone thing where I got charged with two. It was the same thing. It was like someone owes me money back, and both of them were saying it was the other person.
yeah, and that could just go back and forth forever.
So I did get pretty heated on that. I laid into it a little bit, but whatever. You know what the fuck? They know their job. Well, dude, I can't imagine. I actually worked in customer service on the phone
Sure.
for a while. That was like one of my first jobs out of college, just working, and it was like you just had to sit there and take it, and you're like, yeah, okay.
Like,
Well-
you know that I have no control over any of this. I'm just here answering the phone, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, Steven, now you've got your movie reviews and now you also your customer service calls.
Can we start doing prank phone calls? Is that okay?
Yeah, we can reverse back to yeah, we got a lot to do. We got a lot of work to do ahead of us.
We have a buddy who is a fucking king at prank calls. I mean,
He's a master. Yeah.
yeah. We've got, maybe we'll have him on. Maybe we should have him on and do a live prank phone call.
That's a great idea. Right.
That would be
See,
great.
those always
We can at least tell some stories of like how fucking crazy they were and how accurate he was on certain ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
those make me. It's just the same thing. It's just like the
Practical Jokers.
yeah. Those all those things. They just give me so much anxiety when like anytime you're dealing with anybody like man on the street kind of shit. I just get so much like I can't but good or bad. I can't watch them.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. Nathan for You, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good shows. I love them. But
right,
yeah,
right.
I feel it.
It just makes me feel. It's like, what's going to happen?
All right.
Oh, did you have a voicemail or a message?
I've got some, but if you've got some, that's also something that can happen.
Well, I don't have any voicemails, but I do have the list of movies that we've not seen from various best movies.
Oh yes.
Just to update everybody to our options of things to listen to.
Okay.
I'll go through a couple of these real quick so everybody can help us make a decision.
Yeah. Let's narrow this down.
Citizen Kane, Black Klansman, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Modern Times, Moonlight, Third Man, Casablanca, It Happened One Night, A Grand Illusion. These are all like the old Black Klansman's pretty new.
So we're gonna Mystery Science Theater this movie.
I think that's the plan.
Okay.
Us watch it. You know, these are supposedly the best movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Watch these, and then we can put out that as like a watch along,
Okay.
like a special Patreon only type stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Paddington 2
I'll
made
fuck
it
with
to
that.
a bunch of these, which is so. like it could be great. I mean, because I guess, well, I mean, like toys, like a couple of Toy Stories made it on these lists too, which always seemed weird to me. I mean, I guess they are good movies.
I didn't finish the list of checking off. Well, that sounds bad. I was checking off and on the list. I haven't finished, but yeah, keep going.
8th Grade, All About Eve, Spotlight, Bride of Frankenstein, Singing in the Rain, The Godfather. So I talked to my brother this weekend about mentioned this to him, and he was saying that because he too, until just very recently, had never seen any of the Godfathers. God's fathers is.
I don't know. I don't know the plural for that. Go ahead.
The goodnesses. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But he watched them, said that they're, 1 is great, 2 is amazing, 3 is a turd. I think that's anybody you talk to. I think that's a pretty common reaction.
Okay.
Big Sick, Paddington 2, Call Me by Your Name, Metropolis, Laura, Top Hat, Leave No Trace, Maltese Falcon. I'll put this list in Discord.
Okay.
In our Discord, so everybody in there can help us go narrow these down.
Does Godfather 2 have like a subtitle, like colon, and then a subtitle to the title, or no? Or is it just called Godfather 2?
Look Who's Godfather 2.
yeah, that's what I was getting at. Look Who's Godfather 2 now.
I don't. That's a good. Yeah, we'll look into that. We'll find the history of it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we got there's a bunch more. I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. I think this will, because I never take the time to watch movies myself. I always feel like I'm trapped whenever you're watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm wasting time. Like I should be doing something else. But I think this will be fun.
So what is the deal? We're gonna do Mystery Science Theater these movies?
So I don't know that we have to necessarily riff on them while we're watching them. I was thinking if we could find some like critical movie watching for dummies. I bet there's a list somewhere where it's like you do these 5 things to watch a movie critically, like pay attention to the story, the writing, direct, all these things. Have those things, watch the movie together, record that with that in mind, and then at some other point like give our amateur critical review or synopsis of it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Because I've been listening to a podcast, and Oki knows which one it is, and it's very fun. These people, it's listening to these people talk about movies and all these extra things that they see in them that, just a casual, because these guys are writers. They've been in movies and TV. They know what they're looking for. So I thought it'd be fun for us non-professional. I mean, well, Steven has some background there, but
I'm also a professional pilot.
A pilot, professional filmist, to see what we can find in these.
I landed on an aircraft carrier. But go ahead. I interrupted.
No. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I also took off from that aircraft carrier. So,
I feel like we're about to have the most polite fight ever.
The most second only to a British dogfight, the most polite fight between 2 pilots. All right, so that's all I got. I guess if you got some voicemails or some messages.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see. This is from Andy Chillingworth.
Anyway, you don't have to read out the first 2 if you don't want to. That's all bullshit anyway. The main question is this bit anyway. Have you ever in your childhood done something so stupid that your parents witnessed and you forgot about, but then years later they bring it up, and it's like they've been holding on to that for ages. Because if you do listen to the previous stories, I'm holding on to this little story until he's about 18 and he's with his first like real relationship or something like that. Then I'm bringing it up. So yeah, anything that your parents have done to embarrass you?
Okay. To cliffhanger. I mean, we're gonna have to Tarantino this. I didn't.
Yeah.
He just said you can just play the last message if you want, and I was like, oh, okay, things fucked up, but let's see what happens.
Oh, okay.
So I appreciate reading out my questions that you guys have done over the past over 2020. You have my UFO question. Who would you beam up? You have a Mad Max question, and I'm only just realizing that you guys are reading these out because I'm like months behind because I listen to you when I'm walking to work. I've only just started going back to work. Anyway, new question. Well, let me set this up. This might have to be a 2-part, in which case I'm not sticking to the remit of 1 minute. Fucking sue me. Recently, we left our boys at home and we went out. And it wasn't for long. Anyway, we got into the driveway coming back. It'd been about 20 minutes, something like that. They're like 10 and 9, so they're okay. Anyway, part 2 coming up.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Oh, all right.
Oh, so now we're going back.
And 10.
Oh,
So the story, and thank you, Andy, for
back into the driveway. We're like, oh shit, there's an emergency. Better rush in quick and find out what's happening. And then we got in and we could hear crying in the toilet. And then, like, the 9-year-old's in the toilet, the 10-year-old's outside freaking out. Why didn't you answer your phone calls? I mean, he'd been calling us for about a minute or something like that. Anyway, we go into the toilet, like, what's wrong? And the 9-year-old, he looks up at us and he says, I was wiping my ass and I accidentally swallowed the tissue. I think I need to go to the doctor.
no.
oh no.
And so we both just like fell over laughing. And we just like, hey, just shit it out, it'll be fine. But I want to know, has it ever happened where oh shit, part 3, fuck my life.
You know what? That's almost even funnier playing the last one first. Because you got to play the first two. You sense this frustration.
That's great.
Building.
Great.
Seriously,
Questions.
thank you, man.
Yes.
Thanks.
First of all, so his kid wiped his ass and then ate it?
Yeah, let's start there. I got a lot of questions already.
I thought he just ate toilet paper.
Right. What toilet paper did this child eat? Was it
The clean or the used?
or the whole roll? Did he?
But he said he thought he had to go to the doctor because he ate toilet paper, and he thought that's a horrible.
Okay, so I think we're just talking toilet paper.
I think so.
Okay. And so he's holding on to that story. I thought there was shit on that toilet paper.
But how do you accidentally eat toilet paper? How do you?
You've never done that?
Yeah,
Oh no, I have, sir. I certainly have. I'm just saying, like, in this instance, how did he accidentally eat it? Because I need to know so that it doesn't happen to me again in a different way.
he might have eaten it, just didn't mean to swallow it, but accidentally swallowed it.
He was maybe making a spitball
Testing, yeah,
and accidentally swallowed it.
who knows how, but yes.
Okay, so eats toilet paper. He's gonna hold on to that story for a while and just call him an idiot when he turns 18. Any stories that stick out to you guys?
I have a story about Mark.
Oh, dude, yeah.
If you have one about me, that's fine.
No,
It's
I
He's allowing it.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what? I'm gonna have to think about this one for a while, and maybe I'll come back. But just some weird thing came to mind where Mark used to have this habit of, if he was behind Dad, he would run up behind him and he would dive in between his legs and grab onto his legs like this.
Yeah.
And so your head would poke out, like you would just dive into the back of his legs and have your head poke out the front.
Yeah.
And you were a tiny kid,
Yeah.
when you would do this, and obviously, and
Like I'm still doing it now.
one day he was taking a piss. He was taking a piss, and you did that.
No.
And and then the stream just went right down the front of his head.
And people wonder why I'm in therapy, because my dad pissed on my head. That's why. How many of your dads pissed on your head? Yeah, I remember that. As soon as you said that, I'm grabbing. I was like, "Yep, this is where I get peed on."
I'll think of one that I did. Something embarrassing that they held on to. Ooh, I'll think about it.
This may seem staged, but this is just very great timing. I got a text from my mom today. A little backstory. My mom is the most passive-aggressive person that you'll ever meet.
Okay.
Extremely non-confrontational. I got a text from her, and she said, I was going through cabinets in the garage. Is this some kind of cleaning fluid? Should I keep it? Let me show you the picture that she sent. Let's see if that'll focus. It's a bottle of Seagram's gin, bottle of booze. This is from my boozier phase. Apparently, a couple years ago, I didn't remember it. I had put a bottle of hidden some Seagram 7 up in a cabinet from her and had forgotten about it, and now 10 years later, she finds it while she's cleaning things out.
Boy, okay,
And,
so you believe. So she's texting you and you think she's saying, would you mind explaining yourself, type of thing?
She 100% knows that that's not some sort of cleaning fluid, and
okay.
that it can't, she can throw it out. I don't need it. She's just calling my shit.
Oh my God. Have you responded yet or no?
No, I don't. I wouldn't dare.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like our parents never really told us, or held on to something and said, this is how stupid you were one time. It's always been like, you're stupid.
I'm really worried. I'm worried about the stuff that they did know but didn't ever tell me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that type of stuff. Oh.
What about the time what about the time we were taking vitamins, Dad's vitamins?
Yeah.
So Dad, I guess this might be more of a story of big brothers and little brother type of thing. But my dad had, a vitamin, a pill chest. It wasn't like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There was it looked like almost like a tackle box full of vitamins.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess, Steven, you probably remember it better, but you had it, right? You ate one of his vitamins. Again, we're kids. And you threw up, right?
Yeah, it was me. First it was me and Eric up on the counter. We found the hidden box on top of the fridge. So we pulled it out and started eating vitamins. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But we didn't know they were vitamins. We just were eating them. We didn't know what they were.
They're just getting stronger as they're eating.
But again, we were really, really, really little kids. So
and you don't swallow them. And when you're a kid, you chew everything. So yeah. So you were chewing the vitamins, and then you and Eric threw up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I wasn't near them. And then Steven, after they throw up, Steven goes, hey, Mark, why don't you eat this? So, like, and I eat it again, being the youngest, you know, I eat it and I throw up like poltergeist. It is a hose out of my, it's not just like I threw up a little bit. It is streaming out of my mouth and it's a lot and I'm chasing them around.
The kitchen was filled with puke. Yeah.
Wait, so hold on. Were they actually vitamins?
No, I think what may have happened was maybe some of them were, but I think Eric and I had scientifically discovered Epicat, and
Okay.
so we drew the conclusion that one of them makes you throw up pretty quick.
And also, why the fuck would you keep that in your vitamin box?
I don't know.
Why would you keep your vitamin box on top of the fridge? Yeah, all questions.
Yeah.
This is an embarrassing story for them, not us.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You shitty parents. What are
Yeah.
you thinking?
We should have our parents on the pod and then we just interview them about all the fucked up shit.
What were you thinking?
We'll give mom a bingo card. Yeah.
I think I got another one. If this question comes from Ben Mountain. Blessed to have your cum-filled comedy filling my ears today. Long time listener and love you guys. Know y'all are backed up on voicemails, but wanted to ask a cue for the pod. If aliens landed on Earth today and asked you to explain the human reproductive system to them, how would you do it? And he said, for example, like the flangle just jams right into the shimmel hole. In Alien, of course, and a baby comes out. Thanks, guys. Keep being awesome. Thank you, Ben Mountain.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Wow.
And a shouldn't come to you. And a goddamn to you. Sorry, Dad.
Shouldn't come to all of you. Thank you. How would you describe to an alien how
reproductive
reproduction
system?
works?
Because even with a baby coming out, so it's not just like how to get one in bed, but how to the reproductive system and everything.
So so imagine this alien is a just an entity, a ball of light or energy, or maybe he's a blob. He doesn't know, right? I'm assuming that's how.
Yeah, he goes. Let's say Almond Head comes down and you're naked, and he just points at your dick and goes, "Huh."
Who is Almond Head?
Like an alien head. It kind of looks like an almond.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
He doesn't say but you can tell he just like doesn't know what that is.
I can clearly see his facial expression, and his pointing, and
his
him
long,
saying,
glowing ET finger.
I see all that, and I realize, okay, he still can't figure it out. Like,
yeah, and you see him look down at his, and he's bare right there, so he just starts smacking it.
And he points to me and says, "What is that?" Okay,
yeah.
It is weird to explain to this alien that this thing. God,
take your time.
I hate how our podcast hits these lows, but I'll say to the alien,
"Hey, your lows are my highs."
I'll say to the alien, "No, you don't understand. This thing pisses and it also comes." So, that probably wouldn't make sense to him. That would probably be gross, right? To think,
right?
Whoa, oh, that's horrible. You mean the same hole that pisses out also jizzes up? Like, what? That seems very unsanitary.
And then you have to go the whole pee is sanitary thing, and
I feel, I can see how that's alien. Yeah,
I think first things first, you gotta explain to them that the butt is not part of it. They have been abducting people and trying for so many years
Right.
forever and ever. But the
Wrong hole,
ass
foo.
is just not part of it.
Wrong hole.
Right. It looks
It looks
Who-
like it'd be a player, but it
a major player, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Hmm,
it's so
That's-
close.
that's true. Yeah.
It's in the same neighborhood.
I also think that to explain it, it's better to show him.
Show don't tell, of course.
Yeah, show don't tell. We'll lead by example with visual. So he would have to just be a cuck. I'd sit him down in the corner of a room,
Okay.
and then I'd bring in two specimens, a male and a female. And while he is being the cuck in the thing, I am explaining what's happening and with what and what happens.
Mhm.
But
All right. So
uh,
did one of us
uh,
want to be the alien and one of us want to explain?
you're also the cuck then if you're watching as well.
Yeah.
I'm the
It's a
master
double cuck.
cuck.
Why don't you do it yourself? Why you got to bring two people in?
Because it's hard to explain. Am I going to explain that in 2 minutes?
Okay. All right.
I get it.
I got it. So what? Hey, so how does it start? How does it start? And I'm watching what happens.
You're
There's
watching.
two people standing there. Then what?
I get a man and a woman, and they're standing there naked.
Yeah.
And then I point to the guy, and I go, cock.
This podcast is fucked.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. Okay, so you go, okay, all right, I get it. Mhm.
And then I point to the woman, and I use a laser pointer because I don't want to be near him.
Yeah.
Still, I want to be respectful.
Okay. All right.
To these two people that you've just pulled in to make fuck in front of an alien.
Right.
This is all about respect.
Right. And I go, laser pointer. I go vag, and then I make sure there's no cats in the room while I'm using the laser pointer. By the way.
Okay.
It took me a second. I thought there was like a pussy joke in there somewhere, but you didn't want him actually batting.
Right, yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
I go, I point to the guy again, and I go, cock in. Cock in vag.
Yeah, why do you got to talk like that? Why don't you just talk in complete sentences?
Because he doesn't know what you're saying, so you gotta like just use short,
You're not
concise,
teach.
one syllable.
All right. So he sees it happen, and he goes, "Oh," and he has what? So what? That's it? You just take it right back out, or what?
Wait a minute. Why would you think you just take it right back out, alien?
Because that's
right.
I see that the things
You
go
take
together.
you take it mostly out, but not all the way.
Why? What's the point of that?
Because you're not done yet, and it all depends on you.
Depends on me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I don't know is this alien. Which one is this? Is it a
Let's
male?
pretend
Now I'm
is-
in a conundrum because what is this one?
Let's say he's just neither. Just
He's
asexual. Maybe he doesn't have any.
Asexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pretend he's neither.
I go. You go out, not all the way. You got to do that. You got to do that a certain amount of times. You just count to 20. I'm sure it'll happen. Count to 20 Glock Mars.
All right.
Do that for half a light year, whatever comes first, mostly you. And then I go, then time happens. Then you wait. I calculate it into maybe what are they working with? Light years, right?
Well, then he interrupts you and goes, whoa, wait a minute. Why 20 times? Why you got to go in and out? Why can't you just shove it in one time and then take it out? Why does it have to go?
Sometimes you can.
Why do you have to go many times?
Because it needs the ingredient.
Oh.
The ingredient goes in and it stays.
But he's confused. Why does it take several pumps to get the ingredient?
This is when Mark pulls out a bottle of Coke and a Mento.
And then I would go, because it's like, you know how sometimes you use soap and you pump it a couple times and the soap doesn't come out yet. You just keep pressing the handle until you get soap in your hand, and then you shove it in.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
And then you leave it. You leave the ingredient in there. I don't know why. Why am I just not using the real words?
Right.
You leave it in there for 1/30th of a light year, and then someone else is going to walk right out of there.
Okay.
So,
All right,
Jeff,
well,
how are
then-
you describing it?
I probably would find somebody to describe it to me and then say whatever exactly it is that they say.
All right. Well, this alien, Mark, he goes, well, how are you going to fit that into that when that thing is pointing down at the ground?
Yeah, how do you describe seduction to an alien?
Oh, man. You just tap it a couple times. You hit it.
Okay. All right.
You hit it until it gets mad.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, think of that thing like a bee's nest.
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you, alien. You can go back and let everyone else know what you learned. He's going to go back and be like, I don't know, something about a cock.
It's in the
That's all
ass.
I got. Yeah, it's in the ass.
It's in the ass.